Hello, welcome to LMU Community TV News. I'm Ashley Hurley. Thank you for joining us. A step forward in the fight against sexual assault in the area recently opened their doors. The Claiborne County Sexual Assault Response Team opened a new outreach building located on Main Street in Tazewell, right next to the Claiborne County Courthouse, giving victims of sexual assault a safe place to go locally. A representative with each law enforcement agency in Claiborne County, including CEAS and the 8th Judicial District Attorney General's Office, are members of the team. Prior to the opening of the Outreach Center, law enforcement would have to travel to a medical facility with a sexual assault nurse examiner. Now, with the opening of the new facility in Claiborne County, it is a step in the right direction for these agencies. The new Outreach Center will also aid victims of sexual assault with a private and comfortable environment, giving them the opportunity to interact with law enforcement and the District Attorney's Office to begin the investigation process and prosecutions. By having the center centrally located in Claiborne County, it will save officers time during their investigation that was previously spent traveling. The members of the Sexual Assault Response Team were recommended individually by District Attorney General Jared Effler. The first annual Cooper's Carnival for Christensen Syndrome Awareness was held in August of this year at the Harrogate City Park. The event was hosted by LMU's DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine in honor of Cooper Jackson, the only child diagnosed with Christensen syndrome in the tri-state area. The purpose of the day was not only to raise funds, but also to raise awareness about Christensen syndrome. Last Thursday evening at DCOM, a check presentation was held for the Jackson family and the Christensen Syndrome Association. Cooper's Carnival was a huge success, with dozens of friends, family, and children from the community attending to raise over $4,000, with 100% of the funds going to CSA. The Jackson family thanks all of the students from LMU DCOM's Passage Student Club and Pediatrics for all of the hard work and the dedication that it took to make Cooper's Carnival a successful event. The effort surpassed all expectations. The Jacksons also expressed gratitude to the founder and president of CSA, Debbie Nash, for traveling to East Tennessee to attend the carnival and speak to everyone who attended. Last Friday, the 5th grade class at J. Frank White Academy presented local first responders with a banner as part of the State Fire Marshal's Fire Prevention Week poster contest. Fire Prevention Director Jamie Snow presented the contest to art teacher Cindy Hankins-Koppel, or Miss HK, as she is known to students, faculty, and staff. Miss HK then championed the 5th grade students to create posters for the contest and ultimately a banner that was created for the first responders. On Friday, Director Snow and members of the Harrogate Volunteer Fire Department were presented with the banner that will be displayed in both the Harrogate Fire Department and the La Follette Fire Department. Posters created by the students will be sent to the State Fire Marshal's office in Nashville, where they will be entered in the statewide contest. This year's theme for Fire Prevention Week is Hear the Beep Where You Sleep. Every bedroom needs a working smoke alarm. Fire Prevention Week is an important time for local departments to promote public awareness of fire prevention and fire safety, especially drawing attention to the importance of working smoke alarms. Fire Prevention Week is observed each year to mark the anniversary of the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. The holiday season is upon us as many prepare for the Thanksgiving holiday just this week. Following Thanksgiving, Lincoln Memorial University will continue to celebrate, and to tell us more, here is President B. James Dawson.
Happy holidays. I'm Jim Dawson, the president of Lincoln Memorial University, and it is my delight to bring you season greetings and to tell you a little bit about some of the things that will happen on our campus over the course of the next few weeks. December the 3rd is a big day, and I want to invite you to a holiday reception in the President's office, formerly the President's home. This will be an occasion for us to come together and celebrate from 1 to 3:30 on December the 3rd. Please join us for a festive occasion at the President's office.
On December 3rd, Lincoln Memorial University will serve as a barrel collection location for the Mission of Hope's 2015 Christmas Drive. The Christmas Drive will focus on the collection of new toys, clothing, non-perishable food items, and full-size hygiene products. Celebrating their 20th year, the Mission of Hope Christmas campaign aims to help over 18,000 children and their families in Southeast Kentucky, Northeast Tennessee, and Southwest Virginia with food, hygiene items, new clothing, and new toys. For more information about Mission of Hope, you can contact their office at 865-694-4673 or email info@missionofhope.org, or just take a visit to their website at missionofhope.org. Well, coming up, Lincoln Memorial University has kicked off the holiday season by giving and encouraging giving. To find out how you can be a part of the festivities, keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
Lincoln Memorial University is grateful for the many alumni, friends, and community partners whose contributions enable students and campus community to achieve excellence. To tell us more about National Philanthropy Day and how you can be a part of the giving to LMU, here is President Dawson and Vice President of University Advancement, Cynthia Witt.
Every year, generous individuals make it possible for Lincoln Memorial University to award over $400,000 to students who choose to learn with us. These are individuals who will ultimately go out into the community and make a difference for our society.
And every year LMU partners with other philanthropic organizations like Mission of Hope and Remote Area Manacle to make a difference in our community.
So we ask you to join us on Friday as we begin the LMU season of giving. That's Friday, November the 20th, and during lunch we will have the opportunity for you to learn more about our season of giving, and there will be an opportunity for you to participate behind the dining hall. Please join us and give to the students who deserve to learn at Lincoln Memorial University.
Thank you, Dr. Dawson. If you want more information, feel free to go to #GivingFriday or go to our website, www.lmunet.edu, or call 423-869-6394. We look forward to seeing you on Friday.
If you would like to continue donations through the holidays, you can go to Lincoln Memorial University's website, go to the upper right corner to the Giving tab, and choose how you would like to contribute to LMU. Servolution Health Services welcomed a new staff member recently. Michael Stevens, a physician assistant, joined the free health clinic on a part-time basis. The Claiborne County native is right here at home in the tri-state area. He went to high school right here in the community and now lives in Lee County with his wife Rebecca and daughters Sarah and Chloe. Stevens spent 3 months on rotations at Servolution Health Services while in school right here at Lincoln Memorial University to become a PA. Stevens made the decision to go back to school to become a PA after several years in the pharmaceutical industry. He felt a need to give back to the community, even though it was a very big decision to make. When Stevens isn't working at Servolution Health Services, he is at Stallworth's Internal Medicine and Pediatrics in Middlesboro. Servolution Health Services is open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., but will be open 8 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m. on the days Stevens will be there. You are encouraged to call and make an appointment at 423-419-5070, and they are located in the old Powell Valley High School Vocational Building in Speedwell. It was recently announced that Denton Loving was inducted into the Lincoln Memorial University Literary Hall of Fame. Loving is a 1996 graduate of LMU and embarked on a communications career as a master control operator and production assistant at WBIR in Knoxville. He returned to LMU and became an education coordinator at the Abraham Lincoln Library and Museum and later served as director of Sigma Communications Center. In 2001, he joined the Division of University Advancement as the Director of Marketing and Public Relations. He moved to a new position in 2004 where he became the first Director of Prospect Research for the university. Throughout his career, he continued to be involved with the written arts, assisting award-winning author Silas House, then LMU's writer-in-residence, with the development of the Mountain Heritage Literary Festival in 2005. This past year, the festival celebrated its 10th anniversary with a record-breaking attendance. Loving has been published in over 70 journals and magazines, and in 2012, he co-founded the LMU National Online Literary Journal, Draft Horse, a literary journal of work and no work. Loving recently resigned from his position at LMU to pursue writing full-time. He is currently working on a full-length novel and continues to contribute short fiction and poetry to literary journals across the country. Now it is time to continue our latest segment on LMU Community TV. LMU Community TV News and the Claiborne Animal Shelter joined forces to bring you the Pet of the Week segment. These furry faces are available for adoption at the animal shelter, so let's introduce you to this week's Pet of the Week, followed by your sports update with Adam Haley. Everyone, I'm here again with Liza from the Claiborne Animal Shelter, and today she brought with her Belle. And tell us a little bit about Belle.
Well, Belle came to us. Her owner surrendered her because they weren't able to take care of her anymore. She's 2 years old, and she's a beagle mix. She's spayed. She's house trained. She's what I would call somebody that comes, you know how they say no assembly required?
Right.
That's what Belle is. You just take her home, and she's ready to go. She's a little couch potato.
Yes.
As you can see, she's very, very laid back and chill.
Okay.
She'd probably do well in a family with
Right.
kids, just
Okay.
because she's just so chill.
Yeah, she's very chill. This is what she's been like since she's been
Yeah.
here. So tell us a little bit about the Beagle mix to get, families.
Well, now a
prepared.
beagle mix will follow their nose.
Right.
So you want to have a fenced yard. I think a lot of the beagles we get in, or mixes, come because they followed their nose and got
Right.
lost. So she would need a fenced yard. She's an indoor dog.
Okay.
She'd want to live inside with her family. And I would say that a walk would be nice, but she doesn't look right now like she cares one way or the other.
No.
If she goes on a walk.
No.
Do you? You just want to be sweet. So they say she's a beagle mix, but she's not acting like a beagle.
No, she's not at all.
She doesn't have
No.
the beagle energy.
She's
or
very
the,
calm.
Yeah.
She is curious, though, and
Yeah.
she does like belly rubs. We have learned that since she's
Apparently
been here.
whatever you're scratching right there
Yeah,
suits her just fine.
I think so. So tell us how a family would go about adopting Belle.
Well, what you would do is you would fill out an adoption application, and we've got that online
Okay.
at ClaiborneAnimalShelter.com.
Okay.
That's our website. Or they can come in and fill out an application
Okay.
and meet Belle. If they have other family members or other pets, we do recommend bringing them in.
Okay.
Not cats. We can provide a cat
Yes.
for cat testing,
Yes.
but other dogs, just to make sure there's not a personality clash. The important part about this is a vet reference.
Right.
We want to make sure that any animals they've had are up to date on their shots,
Okay.
that they've been spayed or neutered. If they haven't been spayed or neutered, there needs to be a medical reason for it. If they're not fixed because they're breeding them, we will not adopt an animal to them.
Okay.
So, because we're trying to cut down on little guys like this who show up in the shelter with no place to go.
Right. Now, Belle, she is a she.
She's a she.
She's a she, and she has been
She's
spayed.
been spayed.
Okay, so
Yep.
she's
So what would be happen here is a family who passes the adoption screening, just walk right out the door with her.
all right.
She's good to go.
Well, go online and fill out your application, or stop by and visit Belle, and maybe you will make her a part of your family.
Communities throughout Knoxville and this region are filled with pockets of individuals striving to rise above their beginnings. Often, education and mentorship are keys to a more prosperous future. At first glance, programs like What's in a Doctor's Bag serve a purpose by helping young children gain a level of comfort when visiting a doctor. They also open their minds to the possibility of becoming a doctor themselves. Planting the seeds of education empowers underserved populations to dream beyond the world they grow up in. Nestled in the pristine beauty of the Appalachian region is an institution dedicated to providing opportunities to populations that are often overlooked and underserved. Founded in 1897 as a living memorial to President Abraham Lincoln, Lincoln Memorial University has fulfilled its mission by providing educational experiences to Appalachia and beyond. The university's influence can be measured in many different ways. Every year, LMU has well over a $100 million impact on the region's economy. But perhaps a better indication of how well it succeeds in its mission is the individual care patients receive from LMU-trained healthcare providers. The university believes that one of the major cornerstones of meaningful existence is service to humanity. LMU students are impacting communities in Appalachia and around the world by providing medical care within free clinics, community health screenings, mentoring programs, and traveling to impoverished nations to provide care. For decades, LMU has sought out community partners whose mission aligns with its own. Nothing is more powerful than a community coming together to prevent and solve issues in a collaborative process. Lincoln Memorial University. It's time to start living.
Welcome back. Last Thursday, the LMU men's basketball team had their home opener against Hiwassee College. The Tigers scored the opening basket and then would get no closer to the lead as LMU would go on a 21-6 run and then another 32-4 run to lead at the break, 61-19. Hiwassee would be better in the second half, hitting nearly 36% of their shots and equaling LMU's 44 second half points with their own 44 points. But the damage was done and LMU went on to win 105-63. The Rail Splitters shot 54.9% from the field for the game and were led by Jalen Steele, who had 18 points in 16 minutes worth of action. Jarrell Simmons added 15, while Curtis McMillian and Dorian Pinson each had 10 points. The men will join up with the Lady Rail Splitters on Tuesday night for the conference opener at home when they play host to Carson Newman. The women will tip off at 6 p.m., with the men scheduled to tip at 8 p.m. LMU Sports Network will have coverage starting at 5:40 p.m. on 91.3 FM WLMU and LMU Community TV. The LMU volleyball team spent the weekend in Anderson, South Carolina for the 2015 South Atlantic Conference Tournament. The Lady Rail Splitters went in as the 4th seed and opened the tournament against 5th seeded Catawba College. The Indians and the Lady Rail Splitters fought for the first set, with the two teams combining for 26 kills. But it was LMU who pulled out the first set win, 25-21. LMU started out set 2 on a 9-3 run before Catawba tied it up with a 6-0 run of their own. The two went back and forth, and with Catawba leading 19-17, the Lady Rail Splitters went on an 8-3 run to finish off that set 25-22. At that point, LMU imposed their will and forced the Indians into 8 errors as LMU closed the door and won 25-14 in the match 3-0. Liz Brock and Brooke Fleeman led LMU with 13 kills each. On Saturday, the ladies had to come back and face top-seeded Wingate. This battle would be neck and neck in the first set. With the set tied at 19, LMU used a Kiara Holland kill to ignite a 6-2 run to take the set 25-21. LMU kept the momentum going into the second set, hitting 5-22 for that set and taking it 25-20. LMU, now one set away from knocking off the champs, knew the pressure would be on. A Liz Brock kill tied the set at 8 before Wingate came to life. The Bulldogs went on a 12-7 run on their way to a 25-16 set 3 win. LMU opened set 4 on a 2-0 run before Wingate took over and tied the match at 2 with a 25-16 set 4 victory. The fifth and deciding set proved to be a good one as the two traded blows back and forth. With the set tied at 8, the Bulldogs' Oakley Attaway connected on a kill that would spark a 7-3 run that would end the Lady Rail Splitters season 15-11 and 3-2. Holland led LMU with 17 kills in the loss, while Abby Cash was named to the all-tournament team. Now at 16-14, the ladies will learn if they made the NCAA tournament Monday evening at 7:30 p.m. In high school football playoff action from this past weekend, the Bell County Bobcats was on the road for the regional championship against Corbin. Both teams knew each other well, and both teams came in with a mighty rushing attack. Neither team could find the end zone in the first quarter, but Bell County struck first on a 40-yard run in the second to take the lead 6-0. Corbin answered on their next drive to take the lead, but they could not hold off the Bobcats, who scored just before halftime to lead 14-7. The Redhounds tied the game on the opening possession of the second half at 14 and then scored again with just under 4 minutes left in the game to take the lead 21-14. The Bobcats had one last chance but couldn't move the ball in the game, along with the season came to an end for the Bobcats as they lost 21-14. The Bobcats will finish the season at 10-3, but once again come up short of their goal of a state championship. The Sprint Cup Series was in Miami, Florida for their season-ending Ford EcoBoost 400. Coming in, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon, Kyle Busch, and Martin Truex Jr. were the four competing for the Sprint Cup Championship. Danny Hamlin was on the pole and finally got to start the race after a rain delay. While Hamlin was on the pole, it was outside pole sitter Joey Logano who led early on for 72 laps before falling back. Each of the championship contenders led on this day, but with under 10 laps to go, it was Brad Keselowski who was up front, about to be challenged by Kyle Larson when the caution came out. Everyone came down pit road, and it was Keselowski who came out first, followed by Kyle Busch and Harvick. On the restart, Busch jumped out in front, followed by Harvick, but Kevin Harvick could not catch Busch, and it was Kyle Busch who went on to win his 5th race of the season and, more importantly, his first Sprint Cup championship. Harvick took second, followed by Keselowski, Logano, and Larson. Not only was it Kyle Busch's championship and his first in the Sprint Cup Series, it was also the first for Toyota and the 4th for owner Joe Gibbs. Now that's all for sports, but stay tuned after the break as Joseph Lewis will let us know how well Mockingjay Part 2 did this past weekend when he brings you the box office report when we return here on LMU Community.
I am very grateful for Philanthropy because it assures students the opportunity of education, students like me. Being a student athlete, I was able to receive multiple scholarships. This helped me achieve my dream of being a second-generation graduate from here at LMU.
Receiving scholarships here at LMU was actually the only reason I was able to come, and my mom was so excited when I did get accepted because she's an alumni here. And in the future, I do intend to give back because of the scholarships I've received, and I would like to be able to hopefully further other students' education.
I'm a first-generation college student, so I feel like it's my obligation to make my family proud. And with these scholarships, LMU is really helping me do that.
I was able to be the first one in my family to go to college. It was very important to me because without the scholarship, I probably wouldn't be at Lincoln Memorial University. I probably wouldn't even attend college, so I feel very thankful and grateful for the people that donated money.
As far as philanthropy, I honestly believe that it's not about giving thousands of dollars. It's actually about donating money. Doesn't matter how big or small it is. It's just knowing the fact that when you donate, you're going to change someone's life for the best.
I would just like all the donors for Lincoln Memorial University to know how much we appreciate them as students, as scholarship students. And I just hope that after graduating and transferring, from the school life into the workplace, that I can be as giving and as caring and as compassionate as those donors were to me.
Hello, I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. Tops at the box office this weekend were unsurprisingly led by The Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 2. After 4 years of build-up and anticipation, Suzanne Collins' young adult book series turned blockbuster film franchise comes to a close with a $101 million debut. And while this is undeniably a huge and hugely impressive figure, it actually ranks as the lowest grossing opening weekend for the franchise thus far, trailing behind Mockingjay Part 1 by roughly $20 million. Though it will undoubtedly continue to stack profits over the coming weeks, it has a long way to go to match the $424 million domestic gross scored by the series' second installment, Catching Fire. Following at number 2 was last week's winner, Spectre, adding $14 million onto its now $153 million domestic gross. Though its success in the U.S. is expected, the bulk of its profits thus far come from foreign markets, where it has totaled an additional $524 million, already placing it on the list of Hollywood's 100 biggest worldwide successes. However, on the other end of the spectrum, it remains the lowest grossing of any of the Daniel Craig installments, which could be troubling for Sony considering the film's mammoth $245 million budget. And rounding out the top 3 was the Peanuts movie, taking another $12 million for a cumulative domestic total of $98 million. The nostalgia factor, positive reception from critics and audiences, and the fact that other kid-friendly movies like Goosebumps and Hotel Transylvania 2 are on the downswing are all contributing to its continued strong performance. The weekend's other major releases performed adequately considering their unfortunate position of opening against The Hunger Games. The Christmas-themed comedy The Night Before pulled $10 million thanks to positive word of mouth, as well as the drawing ability of leads Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Seth Rogen. Meanwhile, the crime thriller Secret in Their Eyes took $6 million, an underwhelming figure that, in light of its mixed reception from critics and audiences, can be largely attributed to the star power of Julia Roberts, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Nicole Kidman. Other recent releases, including Love the Coopers and The 33, are already out the door, each taking less than $4 million this time around despite broad appeal and star-studded casts. The box office's other major story for the weekend was the Weinstein Company's 4-screen release of Carol, the latest film from Far From Heaven director Todd Haynes. A romantic drama set in New York City at Christmas time in 1952, Carol centers around the burgeoning relationship between a young photographer, played by Rooney Mara, and an older married woman, played by Cate Blanchett. American Horror Story's Sarah Paulson and Friday Night Lights' Kyle Chandler co-star, and the film took $248,000 this weekend with an impressive per-screen average of $62,000. With considerable pedigree behind and in front of the camera, viewers can expect Carol to stand alongside major titles like The Hateful Eight and The Revenant in this year's Oscar push. That's all for today in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
I'm Jim.
That is good. LMU Community TV News.
I'm Adam Haley. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you on Thursday.
For everyone here at LMU Community TV, I'm Ashley Hurley. Have a great week.